the reason it's the case for today is because, especially in American culture, it's so deeply ingrained to like other things, or other things to be more normal to like or expected of you, like sports and pop culture, concerts, celebrity culture is so big. Our president's a celebrity. So all the culture that comes with that, and the money and the funding that has been funneled into those things for so long, since the beginning, since a long time ago, has really just made art struggle in this country. And I agree with Sean. I think we just need to get it out there. I think we need to stop performing for donors. Not stop, but keep the focus. But yes, we really need to bring art to places that aren't just metropolitan cities, and open people's eyes that it is something that people actually do. It's a career path. It is valid, and it is a great thing, and anyone can do it if they choose to.
When I hear the word labor, my first thought was my summer job in a nail factory, putting nails in a machine for 6 hours.
Yes, monotonous work that does not benefit my
brainless, almost. Just
brainless
like
work that
mindless.
Doesn't benefit my growing as a person.
Yeah, just mindless and sort of like
monotonous.
Yeah. No, calling is when you're called to do something that you want to do, that you feel like you're born to do.
That be like you just went against the meaning of calling.
Yeah,
exactly. It's not an obligation. It's a calling.
Yeah.
It's fate.
It's willing.
It's willing.
Yeah.
I don't know, you're
Because
like
it's our bodies.
Atom, yeah.
It's like our bodies never feel the same, really. Like there's days that you're emotionally tired, or your body's just tired. You might have a cold, you might just not have got enough sleep. And I think what makes dance so difficult is that aspect, is like it's our body. We have to put our entire selves into it, or it's like, what's the point?
And every day you do the same things. So you just have to figure it out day by day, like how you can move forward and progress while taking a different route every time. I think when the term comes up, work harder, it's someone else's opinion and perceptive of you, I guess. So that brings in like the other, not just yourself. So you have that comparison of, oh, this person's doing more, I have to do more, or this person got this role, how do I get on their level? So there's always that comparison, and also just comparing it with yourself a lot of the time, or just not like the idea of a perfection that I think every person's challenges in their life, not just artists, but we're just more susceptible to that because we're constantly looking at ourselves in every angle. Even in class, we face the mirror and that can take a toll on our like mental health and physical health.
Dance really can help others forget also like what they're going through and just like be in that moment. I just love when I go to a performance and get so like emotionally invested into whatever the performer is doing. Like you can find yourself laughing or crying or just like in this feeling of fulfillment even though you're just sitting there and watching someone else. So I think that experience and engagement between people, even though you're so far away from each other sometimes, just that connection is just so, it's kind of amazing. You can like connect with someone with such a distance and with such, it's so interesting.
America has a huge problem with income inequality. So like I watched this video that like the lowest paid employee of this like company, the CEO is making like 380 times more money, and there's a big gap in income inequality, and it was like, is he really working 380 times harder than that employee that he or she of the CEO should be paid that much? So I don't know, I feel like in America, like yes, hard work will get you far, but it won't always, from an economic standpoint, it won't always get you more. Like it definitely can, like you can work really hard, go through the ranks of whatever job you have, and if like your definition of success is making more money, then you're making more money. But I mean, there's just, I don't know, I mean, there's like limitations to that.
And we
Society is.
and we so frequently like associate happiness with success, which like is not necessarily the case. Like, and it seems like work ethic is like the way to reach success. So maybe that's like where the emphasis on work ethic comes from.
Yeah. I mean, you do definitely need a good work ethic if you're going to be successful. But
Not even necessarily, I don't think. Like a lot of, yeah, you know, like there's people at our school who like rest on their laurels and like get all the success in the world. Yeah.
that happens too. Yeah, so you can work really hard sometimes, but it doesn't always mean you're gonna
Yeah.
be successful.
But I almost feel like it feels better to put energy into something and no matter what happens than to like coast. Even though I love to dance, I don't want to be defined by it because I think that's dangerous. Like I think that adds to the fear to have like something that's so full of ups and downs define you. Like I think I just really want to be like kind, you know, like to be someone who's like not completely always invested in yourself, which is like one of the things that like scares me about dance, because sometimes I feel like it is like a vain practice, you know? So maybe I would want to do something that's like more definitely outward, you know? Like, but then I also think there's a lot of like facets of dance that can let you do that. So I don't know what I'd be doing, but like, yeah. That was a horrible answer.
I thought that was a good answer. I agree. I kind of like think similarly. Like if I was, because sometimes I think about like there's so much fucked up stuff happening in the world that I'm like, what am I doing to like help the greater good? And like, yes, art is a way to serve that, because I feel like sometimes there's like I don't know if other people feel this way, but sometimes I'm like, is my art like contributing and helping
I always feel
society,
that way.
or is it like this selfish thing where it's like I want to make a piece of art? But I think if you look at it in a bigger way, like art is what connects people.
Yeah.
And so, if I wasn't an artist, I think yes, I would want to do something that serves like one of the various humanitarian crises we have going on. But I think also there's a way for art to serve the greater good that sometimes we as artists don't really think about.
Because if I want to work here, I'll have to get a visa, and that's so much work. It's more money and just crazy. Like, I know so many people that are going through that process right now, and it's insane.
Yeah.
Why do they make it so hard?
There's someone that got into the company or something.
Right. There's so many. But yeah, I think I stress out about the logistics of, because I don't have a job right now, and you can't apply for a visa unless you have a job, and I'm only a freshman, so if I get a job right now, depending on what it is, I probably won't take it unless it's NDT or Batsheva.
Yeah, those two.
Unless
those two
but,
exceptions.
I'm stressing about things that I don't really have control over now. Stressing about homework that's due in a few hours. That's fine because we can go do it.
Yeah.
But stressing about my visa application, it's kind of scary for me because I can't do anything about it yet.
Yeah.
I think every now and then I look back at what I've accomplished and what I've had to do to get to this point. And like Sully said, I do associate it with adulthood and the future, but at the same time, I'm pretty content with my life now. And I think success isn't a hit or miss. I think it can be a gradual thing. And I wouldn't say that in the way of you're climbing a ladder and you get to the top and you reach success, but it's with your own personal happiness and how you feel day by day, that success will take you there, and you will get bounced back a couple steps, but you always have to think about what got you to this point, and it's yourself. And if you're doing this for you and you love yourself enough to keep going, which I think everyone eventually finds, then you will be successful.
We can totally make changes, but realistically, humans are just competitive by nature, and everyone wants to be successful, and there's only no matter how many jobs you create, you can't create so many jobs that every person's a CEO of a company. That's just the world can't function like that.
Totally.
So I think it is a lot of just accepting what you have and working working to your most potential at that time. And just seeing where things go, because realistically it's impossible to satisfy everyone. And I don't know, that sure seems really depressing, but just realistic.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think humans are competitive by nature. You think of capitalism, you think of how the way that our country's structured is such that those who don't take full advantage of this American dream concept and everything else fall to the bottom. But there's so many other factors that fall within that, and it is humans are competitive by nature, no doubt. And I don't think that's a bad thing, but it's I think how you frame it too,
Yeah, yesterday we had our first SADC audition, and it's we all got into Tisch, we're all talented artists, but at the same time she's only taking 15 people, and there's 45 people in the room, and we were all talented enough to get here, but you still have to be at the top of your class to get there. And it's that just is what it is. You're never, there's always somebody better than you, no matter what. So it's okay.
100%. Especially like I've been thinking about like what is my responsibility as like a dancer, as an artist, as a human being, like especially like in the times that we are today. Like I started working with this she's from Pakistan. She's a Muslim, like she lives in America. She's this visual artist who's incredible and is like is making a lot of work responding to the times that we're in now, based off freedom, based off like Trump's Muslim ban and everything else, and like how and like responding to that, but like, having some more like radical ideas about certain things and how she wants to present them, and like what is my responsibility to be a part, like it's taking on work that's that is politically charged and like that is like commenting on things that are happening today. I was talking about this with someone else too, I don't feel like there's a way for, I think there is a way, but like I think there isn't a way for like your work to not be seen in like in the context of like where we are today. And I think that like speaks generally for like how all work is done, but I think when there's like a very clear divide today of like how people are feeling, and I think it's interesting. I just feel like it's relevant more than ever, so.